Hi guys, sitting here just organizing. Thanks for thumbs up on your way in. Thank you. Hi, my very strong group here. I do know there's some people that are saying I don't know how to unblock them. Some people have been blocked and they don't know why. So if someone could look into that, that would be great. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Know chat more than me. And knows what you know what's going on over there, where I don't really have a good grip on it. So welcome to WCIA Network. I would like to thank that Chase group for going over who that Marlena is. I really appreciate it. They really are stand up people. It was great. He took the time and explained it, and it was wonderful. So thank you guys for doing that. And then someone else put in that I have a photo of their kids. I don't know which one that is, but I will look at it later today and to make sure to take that down for that person. I don't know what kids I have that I have posted outside of posting photos that are for the good of the finding the Summerwell's missing children, but I promise I will look at that for sure. Hi everybody. I have a nice presentation. I did not go into my emails. I will probably go through them in a couple days. I'm giving myself time to stay focused within my spiritual self without allowing it to be, I guess you call, manipulated. Which no one's doing that on purpose. It's just the way that I kind of work through what's real and what's not real. So by me staying within the purpose of how I express is really, really important. So, and to not get off topic and to not steer away from finding the missing children, because at the end of the day, for me, it's about being able to look into a hole in the ground, and saying that the children are within that hole. And then the authorities, it's up to them to figure out who is involved in everything that goes into finding the kids, right? So I believe that I have a very, very good grip on this, and I'm going to show you how things are and elements are starting to match up. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm getting there. I'm almost at 3,000, which is wonderful. Please subscribe. And are we on subscriber mode only for chat? Could someone do that? I don't know where that would be over here on my side. I don't know how to do that, but I really just want it on subscriber mode only. Does someone know how to do that in chat? I didn't look it up, unfortunately. Yeah, I trust you guys who you keep in and who you have leave. Yeah, people are talking, but I rather be talked about than not talked about. And if they're talking bad, and then yeah, you block them. Then we don't want them here. Let me look. Jennifer, but I don't know what she goes by in here. That's the problem. Let me see. I think it's Jennifer, but I don't know what her name is in here. See, that's the problem. Jennifer, I don't know what you go by. Give muffin top a wrench. All right, how do I do this? I'm trying to figure out how to do this while I'm live. Oops, did I just ban you? How do I do that? Cancel. All right, well, I don't know if you could give a wrench. Okay. All right, anyways, this is what I'm going to show today. And maybe I will figure that out next time I am here. YouTube. Okay, you guys, I have a lot to go through, and I'm going to try to go through it slowly so everyone understands what I am actually presenting. Anything I present here, discuss, or show is specifically for the sake of the missing children. It's to find Summerwell's missing children. So, copyright disclaimer under Section 107, the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use purposes. And it's all for the sake of finding the missing children. So my philosophy and what I show here and what I'm told to basically go over again and again is what I'm doing here today. So I'm not pointing fingers at anyone particularly. I'm not saying that, you know, he or she is involved. I'm just saying that these are the elements that I'm following, and they happen to be within these frames. So that's all I'm doing, you guys. I'm not calling anyone out. And many times, like, look what happened with why can I not remember their name? Chase and something. Cracking Cases. That's what it is. I think that's what it's called. They did a phenomenal job going over the information that I put out there, and it was fantastic. And that is like what we really need, is information, true information being told, and information that people are putting out there without judgment. And it was a very insightful, wonderful information. And that was put out there correctly because people were asking for it, right? And he didn't get into drama. He didn't go into this. He spoke like beautifully. So if you guys have a moment and you haven't listened to what he had to say about that Marlena, he does a great job. He does a great job. So that's like the kind of output or input that I love to see when something is called out on. Because if we're all on the same page and we're all trying to find Summerwell's missing children, that's what it's supposed to be. And I'd suggest you should. It's a great program he put out. I don't know if it was yesterday or this morning. I don't know, but to me that's a great example of how we all work together. It's a really great example. You know, instead of people coming on here and saying, fuck that, blah, 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 that person, you know. It does nothing for the sake of the missing children. So before I show you my PDF, I want you to listen to the background noises. I'm going back to the beginning. of the videos that were put out there, that actually a lot of them have been taken down and they're gone. But I do save all my photos and my videos. So this one was always of curiosity to me. Don Wells did a video of just panning his property for a second time, and I know that that was a fake person on the swing. So I'm like, well, what is he doing? And then I was told to listen, right? So my guides yesterday said, listen. And then I was like, listen. They're like, yes, listen to nobody, but listen. I went back to this video, which I didn't do this to the prior videos, is listen to them at 0.25. All I did at 0.25 on their videos was watch it. So now I'm told to listen. And where you hear the children's voices and where you hear the background noise getting really loud and intense, and you could actually tell that they're layered in there. They're layered in there, you could tell. And you're going to hear voices and understand that they are not birds, and they're not ducks. Because if you go and listen to the videos just at normal speed, you hear nothing. You may hear a little noise, like he wants you to think it's really that the child laughing, but it's not. First of all, the child is super far away from him, and you can't hear the child laughing that loud, even if he had a child laughing, right? So I'm going to play this because my whole entire PDF that's going to follow this is based on this truck pulling a small little cart, and I truly believe that they're coming down they're going down, like down and up, and they're using elevation. I'm going to always tell you they're using elevation. They are transporting, and they're using above and below the ground to stay out of this, I guess, being able to, they don't want to be found, right? So this here is going to show you, and listen very carefully to the noises that come about, and you could almost tell right when the truck is going to come because it gets very loud. So I know I'm supposed to be listening to this. Now, I have like 10 other ones to go through, but I'm actually going right to the last 3 minutes. It's just showing you this one because I want to get to my PDF. This is 3 minutes, but I want you to listen and imagine what's happening. Keep your minds open. Do not go into judgment. Stay out of the judgment zone. Stay focused. Watch the screen and listen without judging and without having your mind go to a place of trying to figure it out. Just listen. Okay, now let me show you something. Two things. And then I'll get to what I want to show you. I believe that there's something. This is where this in the beginning. I'm like, you need to dig over here. This is, I believe, where something's connected, right? But it's this truck. When this truck comes through, the noise level is excruciating. And it's a red truck with like a thing in the back, but it's pulling. See? To me, see how there's someone there, right there? That person appears there after they leave the tightrope, after they move away from the tightrope. You have to look really clear in there. There is now someone sitting on the back, and it's one of those little teeny houses that's being connected. And I'm going to show you all of those little teeny houses that follow these children. Okay? This is a pickup. And this is what Dom was waiting for, was that pickup. And then he moves away really fast. Wait, let me show you. And he goes right there to where I said in the beginning, I told this to the TBI that I see tracks. I'm going to show you the tracks. There are tracks that they put down, and they use it somehow, and they go through that, and I believe, I don't know, maybe that's his shed, but the noises tell all. So if you listen, the noises tell you where to look. That's how they're programming their stuff to speak to the guilty, right? So this here is either a shed, but whatever this little area is, it's hidden. And it goes, look at, that's not the shed, wait. There's the shed, and it's right there. So what I believe this is, it might be a shed, but it gets taken away. This is one of the things, and I'm doing a reading right now. Okay, I could feel it. This thing goes away. This is what goes down. This is what goes down the hill and gone. This is what goes down the hill and gone. That's the shed. And that's a little house thing, right? And then back there, there's more whatever, but I don't want to talk about all that. But let me show you what he has here. Watch what he has, right? Wait. So that is not, I'm going to show you the difference between Grandus's trailer home of what it looked like then and what it looks like now. Grandus's trailer home on the videos, if you go back in time, go back 9 months, it's a little teeny hut like this. It's a little teeny hut. I'll show you pictures. But this was very important to show you guys this stuff before I go to the PDF, because it's all based around this theory. That's not a girl swinging on the swing. Period. End of story. There's the green truck right there to the left. It's right there. Let me see if any of my other videos show better. Oh, so this one starts a little earlier. See how it gets louder when you go up to the rope? They're screaming, you understand? And it's up that electric pole. I mean, and I think that they use the wire. You could see it. See it? How they have it covered in fake stuff, but it's going down into the ground. Then he follows it out to the road. See? And then he waits. Now, mind you, he's waiting a very long time. He's waiting a very long time here because I have it at 0.25, you guys. This is Don's video. This is from Don's original YouTube channel. You could tell the truck's coming. This is a drop-off. I said this. You guys go back to my videos months back. I said this is the drop-off or pickup. This is a drop-off or pickup, period, on the story. And he moves it like this. Wait, what are those? Oh, this was that one. That was... Oh, now I have to look at something really fast. I want to see if those boxes go away. There's boxes on the side of the road, which I never looked at before. See how it looks like a little farmhouse? Oh, I see. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're picking it up so they have space in between. Let me tell you guys something, because I've seen them do this before. See how they have space in between the silver thing in the truck? Oh, wow. Wait till you guys see what I have to show you. Because that's what I've seen them do before. They put it in between during the pickup. So as the car's moving, and Don obviously put something down the tightrope, right? It's not there. And then he puts it on there, like right there. He loads it up. And that's that little house. That's a little house, you guys. I see it. Then he goes right past the shed to that thing. Boom. That's the box. That's the box. It shows a location, like literally right next to it's either a box or a little house or a shed, like one of those things, but that's what travels down or up. It's right in the middle. Right there. So this is very important for me to show before I go into my PDF, because much of what I'm going to show you is built off of this concept. I'm following the box, and I'm following these little teeny metal houses. Here goes my PDF. Now, all right, you guys. I'm starting out with this page for a reason. This shoe, June 21st, was this television newscasters, whatever. June 21st. This shoe was found on the property, right? And they said it's summer shoe. I mean, you're going to find shoes, right? I mean, the little girl runs around and so forth. Now, I remember looking at this shoe being like, it's pretty clean for a kid who... It's really clean for like a child who plays in the mud and, you know, everything that she does. So I kept this shoe, this one to the side. Because I'm like, why didn't they test this shoe for anything? My mind remembers all of my elements. I go back to this photo and I listen to what I'm supposed to do. This is how I do it. This is how my work works. A lot of people do it differently, you know, and they're more polished. They don't swear and they whatever, but this is how I do it. So my mind is like, my third eye's like, go find all the pictures that I'm wearing this. Everyone's got it wrong. They have it wrong. They're not listening, basically. This little girl has these shoes on, to me, the day that she goes missing, her last day. The shoes that she has on throughout this fake tour that they said that they went, you know, different places, the outfit that she has on continues through her last day. She has those shoes on her. She has the shoes on her, and yet they found one of those shoes outside the house in the grass. A shoe dropped. Here she is. It's a day that they go many places. She has those shorts on, and this is what she's wearing. Those shoes traveled with her. To me, everyone has their different opinion. This was her last pair of shoes that she had on. This is what I see, and I'm going to show you. She continuously wears it throughout the locations, and I'm quite positive the TBI didn't take that shoe. Because if they would have taken that shoe and just done any kind of where that shoe was that day, they would have found something. These photos were very unusual. These photos were extremely unusual. Look at this. She even wore these shoes in that outfit, to me, that she wore the very last day to do this. To do sand, wash rocks. The shoe that Benny found this isn't the shoe I'm talking about. I'm talking about the shoe that she has on in this photo. the shoe she has on in these photos. Benny probably planted that shoe. And anytime anyone does something like that, I see right through them. He probably planted that shoe so we don't talk about this one. She is here doing to me an activity that these kids do before they fulfill the purpose of what their parents want them to fill. You guys are getting off subject. Listen. Forget Benny's shoe. This is what Benny Keys wants you to do. He wants you, unless you just are trying to ignore the subject, unless you're trying to bring everyone into the wrong shoe, this is why. No, I saw Benny's shoe crystal clear. So I know that that's not the truth, okay? I know it's not the truth. The shoe that come here. I'm watching one of my other daughter's dogs. There's so many dogs. The shoe that I'm talking about is the pink one. This one. Shh. Come here. Hold on. Come here. Come here. Is this shoe. Let me go back. It is not Benny's shoe. So they really know, they're very good at bringing you guys into conversation to use so you don't have the people focus on what's supposed to be focused on. He planted that shoe there so we didn't focus on this, so he gives his people reason to keep people off of this shoe. That other shoe, I just looked at it. It is not this one. So do not let anyone in this conversation have you guys waste your time discussing Benny's shoe. He planted it specifically for this to happen, to create chaos around the shoe. Okay? So this is the shoe. It's nothing like the one that Benny planted to get you off the real subject, because this is very, very, very important. This is very important. She is wearing this outfit in her very last moments. And that was the day she wore that shoe, you guys. Do you understand? That if they would have picked up that shoe and done some sort of testing on it, they would know exactly what rocks she was in. They would know everything. They would know all about this location here. They would know where they're doing this. This is what they do at that hash place or marijuana place. You could see her shoe right behind her. So if in fact they would have taken that shoe and done some sort of testing on it, but no, they didn't. They did nothing because they're like, oh, probably because they were listening to Grandus and Candace and Don. Oh, it's just a shoe. She plays around and she takes her shoes off, kicks them off. She never has shoes on in any of the pictures. And here, in one of her last very moments, you could see she has that shoe on. It's right there. And this outfit on. This is the outfit that whatever happens to her, she transforms. Do you understand? This is the same outfit. She is at that place, I believe, at Ernie Shell's place, at what's her name's place? Tina's. Because now we have her in front of all the rocks, and now we have her washing rocks. That's what we have. This is where they are, and this to me is Tina's place because it's off. It's off of the street. This location right now looks like it's behind the building instead of the front. But if in fact she is here doing this, no one's discussed it. No one is discussed this. Here is Tina's place. The fake marijuana place. Sorry, Tina, this all falls under the Section 107 of 1976 Act. It's all for the purpose of finding Summer Moon and Summer Moon missing children. There are a lot of missing children. Now I am covering the faces because it doesn't matter for me to show these faces. I know I don't need to. But this location is of serious interest within my own self. Putting this side by side. Summer Moon Wells is here with her brothers, wearing the outfit that she was last saw in. And there's a lot of people could deep fake it and put stuff around it. No offense, she was nowhere but here. Too many elements point to it. Because they're doing something with the tree trunks. And even right here, you could see that they're doing something with the tree trunks. Let me show you. I will bring you closer in to the photo. And this is part of whatever fossil rocks, whatever they're doing, I see this process very clearly. I see this process. If you could explain to me why a tree trunk is doing that, awesome. Then we have a winner of what's going on. Cover the kids' faces. This is something that I wanted to show you. I'm just showing you how it looks the same to me. And then here's a close-up of the shoes that I believe that Summer Moon Wells wore the very last day before they took her away. Okay, so it doesn't matter where it is, where she's cleaning the rocks. What you know here is that she's wearing the same shoes, and one of the shoes was on her property. So she must have came home. She came home. How would that shoe get there if she wore it her very last day? Unless it wasn't her very last day. But either way, this is what she did the last day. This is the day of the upside down house. Doesn't even look like her. Looks like a fake Summer. But that's neither here or there. This doesn't even look like the Summer that we know. But because I have her placed in front of the rocks and she turns all to white, in that same outfit that she is shown here, everything else that you have been told and taught is a lie. I'm saying that because she turns into like a fossil, like she turns into cement, or they have stuff around her in this outfit. And that shoe winds up in her house, in the back. The shirt is the same. The color may be different, but the color changes as they place a deep fake. So anyone that's been paying attention knows that deep fakes are happening throughout this whole entire thing, because even the face on her shirt changes within an hour. So for those who are like, oh, it's different shirt, they all look different, but yet it's the same day and it's the same outfit. This is called the deep fake. So please pay attention and understand what you're seeing. Pay attention and really pay attention to what you think you're seeing and what you really aren't. But what you got to get your head out of the fact that oh, see, you're watching with like predisposition. It's not the same shirt. So you want to make yourself feel like you're really right because that's just what you're doing. But if you put even the shirt that it's the same day within minutes, let me show you. The same day, going to the same place, we know that she didn't just change to a shirt that kind of looks the same. But her shirt changes just like Candace's does. You see? You see? It's not all the same. That's what deepfake does. It manipulates. So you have to take the sliver of truth that's between them. And that is she's wearing the same freaking outfit. Like, that's not the same as this. But it is. This is the same as what you see down there. It's the only thing that matters is the heart, the flower, and the lines. Those little lines. That's what matters. Because this is the same outfit. You know, it's funny how people on YouTube that are really scared to find out the truth really try very hard to nail in on information that doesn't make a difference. This is the same as that. If you want to believe it or not. She has the same shirt on and she has the same shorts on. Don't look at the little teeny detail, because for 9 months I have shown you guys how those change. How it changes. This is what she looks like at the end of the day. This is what she looks like. So to have this image be that image, however you want to slice and dice it, it is. And she had on those shoes. That shoe should have been taken into evidence. They left it there. Oh, for anyone who wants to know what this is all about, look, this is what it's all about. Their videos are really falling apart. But anyways, that shoe should have been brought into evidence. Because it's evidence. It's evidence. I just threw this one in. I'm staying with the boxes. I just wanted to show you guys what happened to this video. Okay, I'm staying with the philosophy of the trailer and then pulling these little houses with the red truck, like I showed you in the beginning. I'm bringing this up to you because I want to show you how Grandus If you guys do some research, go back to Grandus's, well, go back to the Wells property photos and put them side by side. A lot has changed, but most of all, this changed. Grandus's trailer has another little house thing attached to it, and something is coming out of the bottom of their home here. Grandus has a very interesting addition to her trailer here. You could see it, so I kept it like this because I wanted to show you that this comes from 9 months ago, straight from one of their local news stations. And these were taken like June 21st. So these were taken right before they even allowed anyone, like right during the search, because I know that no one came up there for a bit to even talk to Candace. But I don't know where they got this or what time, but it had to be June. Grandus's house has a very strange addition to it. So this may have been something that they had before she went missing. I don't know, but it's very it's very different from what we see. So if you were to look at this, it's like coming, it's like totally different. I'll tell you what it is. It's like one side of the trailer works its way into that box. Because one, two, the windows match, and that thing coming over matches, but that thing coming over goes over that little house. That seems to be there, but definitely wasn't there when... Oh, wow. It's where they planted flowers. So what I'm hearing is where they planted flowers needs to be dug up, because that's what was over that before, you guys. It wasn't the flowers. It goes back to day one. So if you look at that, wait, let me crop it. If you look at this, they planted flowers. Their planting of flowers replaced this. See that? And she has a new door. So this is in replace of the flowers. Copy. And she has a new door. And she got a new door. Yeah. Their area planting flowers, all that shit over it. used to be a little house, a little wood house. That's very important, you guys. Whoops. Where did it go? Wait. I don't know what I did. You guys, that is really important. I didn't see, that's why I have to listen. That's why I don't open chat, because I have to listen. So when I go through this stuff, I listen, and that's why I am much better sitting here and not opening chat just once in a while, because it works better for me. All right, let me cut the other one out and look. How convenient. I wonder when this comes from the newscaster, so watch this. This is absolutely, because look at the three, see the three windows line up like that? Wow. What's on the ground there? Isn't that cement? It's like wood and cement pieces. So, that is pretty interesting. So, Grandus had a lot of changes, and it looks as if this change is the biggest red flag. This is the biggest red flag. So, if she were to close that door, there must be a very small something opening her door on the other side, because that double door goes inside that wood thing. See? The double door goes inside that wood thing, meaning that the wood, here I'm gonna draw it for you guys. Meaning that the wood, wait, I'm gonna draw it out. Is something that you could just attach and take away. And it covers the double doors. It covers the double, here I'm going to draw this out. Okay. So 16. All right. This is how I see it. Where's page 16? Here we go. This is how I see it. See? So there must be a different kind of an opening to get in. Or they go through the wood thing, because the wood is covering those double doors. Interesting. That's Grandus's house. And this here shows that it's pretty good information, because I believe this was marked June 21st, but they could have gotten these photos, it could have been anywhere in their system prior. I mean, they have a lot of photos in the system, right? Because they've had issues. So be very interesting to find out when this was taken, because that area was covered up. Very different. This was the other thing that was in that photo. These are, obviously they could be for other reasons, but I think that this was a valid photo of concern for me to just put out there. I don't really have much to say about it. But this I do. This is one of Candace's videos, and what's hanging from whatever that piece of wood is up there is the same symbolic material that they hang on the tree that's yellow, that turns yellow. It's the same part of their process. And I find these also over at that hash place. I don't even know what to call it. So they're very much the same. So when one thing in one moment seems, that's crazy, that's just, like, why would you even pick something like that? Well, when it matches in other locations, and this kind of an element is matched throughout the case for 9 months. This was one of the first elements that I thought was quite disturbing. All right, now we're going back to Don's property that I believe still there's some sort of a track he runs through, and they move these carts. And everyone has been listening, I talk about the carts. But here in his video, when I'm done here, maybe I will play the rest of the video so you could hear the noise. The noise that is made when he comes past this track is really, really tough. It tells a story. And this track, it's showing that it's going into the tunnel. So I'm putting this here because I have a connection, and anytime I have a connection between 2 or 3 or whatever more photos, I like to put it out there in between my story. Here you see Summer Moon in the water, and she has that thing in her mouth, right? For many people that have been looking at that same picture, and I've been saying she has something in her mouth, what you see in her mouth here in the water is exactly what's in her mouth the day of her very last photo with Marlena's daughter. If you pay attention to those waterhole videos, they're all falling apart, and I could show you a clip, I have it. There's so many different faces that are appearing much clearer of what's going on and how many different kids are involved in those videos. That's why it's Summer Moon Missing Children. And that's exactly what she has in her mouth. That's what she has in her mouth. I know it's very difficult to even think about or to recognize as it might be of the truth, but I like to show you things of that connect to each other because it kind of validates what's going on here instead of people arguing. She doesn't have anything in her mouth, though. That poor little girl has nothing in her mouth. She just looks cold and she's just shivering. Well, no. She has something in her mouth. All right. These little homes, these little boxes that could be brought anywhere and dropped off anywhere are part of the I'm saying it clearly. Nothing's been proven. This is, I guess, comes through in words like that, you guys. I just have to tell you that, like, when I say they use these little things, that doesn't mean they do. It doesn't mean they do. It just means that I'm looking at this and I'm being told, like, that's the box. Like if that can't even come out any clearer, that this is what they use and this is what travels back and forth and this is what gets connected to different trucks. That's what comes out very clearly. Now, is that true? I have no fucking idea. I don't. That's just what I'm told is the truth. So when I first mentioned this property and I showed you that house, these three elements move all over the property. They move with the kids. They go here, they go there. They move. They're in the front, they're in the back, they're on the street, they're changing, they just move. Because of that, I'm watching it. I watch it. It's this red truck thing with the metal on it on this side. But it just changes. Like, I feel as if this is a box of importance and DNA would be able to be shown on any of these pieces of evidence. That's my feeling. Those boxes show up many a times over holes in the ground. And the hole almost looks like a well or a silo, like it's covering something that's round. These things are round that they're covering, so I feel like they're putting a square peg on top of a round hole, basically. And they can't fall into each other, but yet they put it on top of a round hole. That's how I see it. And they're moving them. So this is an example. Yes, maybe it's supposed to be back there, but these are interchangeable. So this is an example of what I'm talking about. That piece of that one with the red and white truck is now shown here with the elements of the Summerwell's Missing Children's around it, but it has a different home on top of it. I see this as a massive piece of information. I feel as if it hasn't really been looked into. But these children go missing very easily, very quickly. And the group is very small and the group is very vocal. But yet, these places haven't been looked at. To have this little house here, these really line up. Is this going? I'm going back to here because the element that I see here is one of those small little homes. I see the buggy. I see the cement truck. I see the head. And yet and I see the truck is elevated up. But no one has gone over here. We would know if they dug under here, right? But yet, see how those pieces of equipment all match? That's what I'm talking about. It's a buggy that pushes God knows what. And that's the farm up in the left-hand corner that I'm like, you got to get to. You got to dig it up. All the buggies are the same. And all the sick shit that I see going on. They're not normal buggies. And I'm sorry to be showing this, but I'm going to use this as an example of where I see the boxes. And I think that it matches so nicely that if in fact you didn't know this, whoever owns this, you should call the authorities like right now to tell them that you have boxes on your property that look like the Summer Wells Missing Children's case. I would love if you did that because they're right there going up the hill on a wire. So if you don't know that this is being pulled, I beg of you to call the TBI and tell them to come look in there. I think that that's what you should be doing because those are the boxes that I've been following for 9 months. And if you really want to help find these children, I highly suggest telling them that you have these maroon boxes being pulled up your hill. That would be awesome, and I'd love to get a heads up if in fact you do that. I'd love to be the one live. If in fact they do come and they go find these little things, that would probably be amazing. So again, just like I pointed stuff out to Kraken Chases, whatever it is, and they did justice with it and they did God's work and they answered. You have this going up the back of your hill, you guys. And those are the boxes that Candace takes selfies of. So I'm going to point out that these are being pulled up and out. Up and out. So if you want to do anything moving forward and you really want to help and save and find these children, I know for a fact that these boxes have something to do with it. So I beg you to call the TBI and show them this picture because you might be able to help the case. Those are the same boxes that are in the back of Don's truck, the blue truck that stays on his driveway. They're the same boxes we've been looking at. I have never seen the boxes this close up. So if anyone is friends with her or anyone knows where she is, I don't know her, please tell her to go find these in her bushes so she could call TBI. If you're friends with her, please tell her that I see these in her bushes. So I would do that if you guys, it would be great. All right. I've shown this photo before a couple, 2 or 3 months ago. This is in the same location. To me, this is representation of the process. And it ends up in a round bucket that you see that little round thing on the top? And then those round things somehow wind up in the back of the fucking farm. They are round cylinders that they probably think they're going to put back into the earth and crystallize it and turn everything into fossils to better the world. But there's the machine. They travel. These things travel inside a tunnel. Now, I did connect with a friend of Tina's. And these are her photos. And it shows the tunnel in which these little boxes are being pulled. So this is all from the same property. My suggestion is I've called the TBI before, so I ain't calling anybody. It's staying in my in my little house over here. I'm staying in my neck of the woods. I talk to the TBI, give them whatever I need to give them. But here you go. They're going under the tunnel. And somehow coming in or out of Donald Wells' side. These are them, you guys. How do I know that? Because this picture shows one of the bodies like being basically pulled through the grass. Wait. Thumbs up. If you like what you see, guys, thumbs up for sure. Paste. This is being pulled through the grass. Okay? That's what you see right here. That guy is this. This. I wanted you to look inside that reflection of the mirror. They're pulling the remainder of whatever is left. I just wanted you to see what her friend's reflection in the window. Take a look at that. I don't even know what that says, but this is being pulled through the grass. Into the tunnel. Those are our boxes. That is your little cart. That is your white box. It's going through a tunnel in the mountain. Bye-bye. Ooh, and any super chats, whatever they're called, would be wonderful. If you like what you hear and you like what you're seeing. So I'm not really sure if they will go into find this. But anyone who wants to take photos, send it in, and maybe that we could get this little tunnel looked at, or maybe Ernie Shell's group could tell us how to get there. And those are the little boxes in the also show up in the rocks, in the rock dedication. In the rock dedication. It's a little box. There it is. It's the little box, the 5 on it, in some rock ceremony. Now, if these are, it's so crazy that the information I seriously put out there, that I'm shown to put out there, it all matches. I have not changed the story, and it all matches. But yet TBI hasn't gone out there. You know? Just open chat. Thank you guys. I'm gonna see if I thank you. I'm gonna see if I can come back tonight. It's crazy. My energy, sometimes the energy gets sucked right out from spiritual beings and what have you, but I feel pretty good today, so maybe I will. Depends, because a lot of times if I go on a night that I'm not like with my husband. Anyways, these are the rocks, and that is our box. This, to me, I would go see where that tunnel leads, and I want to play you the video where you could listen to Don's. Oh, look at how it's set. Look at the boxes, you guys. See, let me crop and paste it. See the numbers that are coming out on it? This is all from whatever hemp place it is. I'm sure it's not hemp. It's a marijuana place. But these are the boxes that look like little homes that we've been following here at WCIA Network, and they are numbered. Little Summer Wells has the number 5 on her box, and it's white one. And that white thing, the white one has the number 5 on it. Here, I'll show you. This is what the boxes look like, you guys. Exactly like this. So I really think that I'll make sure that this is understandable to TBI, but this is going into the woods, and it's definitely going to hide. It's going into the woods. And the crazy thing is what I'll show you in the video, which I'll play next. So the boxes here show that they're up on the ceiling. See? They're in the ceiling. All this moves. You know, they made it really look like a stage that they're going to do presentations, but no. Here are the boxes. And here's the guy pulling them to the next location. Or they're on a track. But either way, they're going up the hill. And that blue truck on to the right is Don Wells's truck. So they're getting pulled up. They're in there. They're in there. See that wire going all the way across? That goes across the I don't even know where. To me, it's never ending. But there's some places that they could go look. These little houses, go on, they're just traveling. They're traveling. They're traveling. And it's the red one. It's this red one. That red one. To me, this is nuts. It's the red one that pulls all different kinds on the top, you guys. And it just moves around, changes its whatever it's carrying. I don't like that red truck. And for anyone, whoever asks again, do you think she has something in her mouth? She does. She does. It's right there. And this isn't fake. That's a real photo of a child that's not Summer, whose mouth is covered. From the waterhole video. This is all from the waterhole video. So see how this track goes into here. Let me copy and paste it. This is why I like going back and forth. See how this is a true connection, because I said before, copy, that Don Wells has, for all we know, this is the same hole. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This one is from Tina's place, and the one down there, let me get my chart or I could put it, and the one on the bottom is Don Wells's property, supposedly. They kind of look the same. This one on Don's property, we could see. This is Tina's. This is Don's house. The heck, man? Maybe they are the same. Let's see here. These are all holes. Wait, copy. That's the hole. This is a hole. They're going in the tunnel. This is the entrance to the tunnel, you guys. I'm telling you it is. This is what's going up the back of that hemp place. These. And it's going into, it's getting pulled to that hole. Now, let me grab Don's photo of his video. All right, I'm going to crop it. So this one I'm going to put on here now, and I'll play the video for you. It's Don's property. Shh. Okay. And this is Don's house. Oh my, what? No, that's Don's house at the bottom. I was going to say, no way. This is Don's that you see there, making it bigger. And now let me get the other place. Okay. Copy. Okay, and this is hers. Could possibly, looks kind of like the same kind of a thing. How close is that place to Don's location? Like, how close is that place? They're very, very similar. They're very similar, and they're using the tunnel. I think I'm going to show you. Oh, here's the tunnel in the video. So let's hear what sounds he makes. Let me get a different one. Let me grab a different one to make sure we want to hear the sounds that it makes going past. 28 seconds. Wait. Give me I'm going to try to grab one of the correct videos here. So, let's see if this shows it. That's the car. I'll re-show the car for sure. This is... Okay, so it looks like the order in which he does it is he first shows the tunnel. Let me get it out. He first shows the tunnel, and then he shows the road. Here's the whole thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Wait. Okay, here's... Let me get rid of this one. Okay. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but this is basically his whole video. It's where he makes the noises. Right by the boxes. So here are the boxes that travel and wind up in his back the back of his blue truck, and then wind up somewhere else. Those are the boxes. Listen. Anyway, I'm going to fast forward it because I want you to see. Okay, right. Okay. how scary was that? So it's noises like that that I say, what's behind the noise? Not my dog. So it's showing this trail. There are the boxes. There's some boxes, or maybe not, but it sure looks like it. Here comes the hole, I believe. Here come the tracks. There's the hole. So I'm going to play it again, but it definitely shows, you can see the tracks, and it's definitely making some noises like that over the hole. So he first shows, basically, so he's first showing the tracks. So to me, this is a drop off. He's showing the tracks, and then he shows the hole, and then he's panning over to the street. So listen to that process. They're half tracks, so they probably add the tracks. So it looks like that's where the start of the tracks is, just in the mud. See how there's also something down there too, like a hole. So if I were to write it out, it would be like what I see in my spiritual mind. I see them laying down the tracks when needed and then putting them away when they're done. I see that they lay the tracks down to move the box, and they use the tightrope to make sure it doesn't fall. So I feel as if I see it being held up on both sides, like a rope almost on two sides, and it just slides down. But those tracks, now that I see it this way, those tracks would not be found on his property. They would only be able to find where they lock the tracks down each time, like the bolts. And I would look for that tunnel right by their house. I wanted to show you how a video is changing, and how you should really start, if you've nothing else to do, start looking at these videos and playing them, just nothing other than just playing them at 0.25, and you get stuff that looks like this. So the picture I showed you, it just comes straight off of this video. You hear my dogs. Straight off of, oops, wait, that was a short one. Wait, let me get a longer one. I don't know why they take so long to. All right, files, save, water. Okay, this one's short, but I'm just going to show you a small little sample, so I don't really need to play them all out. But this will give you an example of what this water one is looking like. That's what summer looks like. And it just shows a lot of different kids, you guys. You know, the other photos I've had these for a long time, but now their faces and their information is just so much clearer. It's just so clear. And there's so many layers in one frame. You could see it. You could see all those frames that are in the bottom left-hand corner. Every time I move it, there's a lot going on inside those frames. See how long this one is. Wait. I'm trying to find the one that's like more than a second long. 1 minute. Wait. What's this one? 15. Maybe I didn't. I may have not done the whole thing because I'm like, oh, I'm not going to show it all. Let me see what's in this one. But all of the videos are changing. Every one of them. Every one of them. See, there she is with whatever in her mouth. And then see how there's all these in between. There are a lot of kids here that day. And that can't be that can't be. I mean, this stuff is so manipulated and layered, and it's got kids in here that never even showed 8 months ago. But it's basically, this video is extremely telling. I mean, one of them to me maybe represents summer. The one that I saw in front of the rocks, that's for sure. But this here has just so many kids in it that to pull this apart all the way, see, that to me is more like summer. With that little panda or dog or whatever, but this person here that has a black mask on his face, it's someone else. This is a different child. You know, like some people are like, oh, what's happening to Summer's face? Well, that's why I call it the Summerwell's Missing Children's Cases. Because it's not just Summer Wells out here. So I'm pushing so hard to break open one of these cases. Well, to review, this is just, you guys could do this with the videos. Just go get them, download them, and or videotape them at 0.25. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you. See how they just change? And you could do this. You just play it slow, hold your finger down on the cursor, and just move it. It's really not that complicated. And what you're going to see here is a sliver of the truth. Way more than what you think you saw 9 months ago. And that's where I go for my information. If I'm like, because I know whatever I'm looking for is not, right there in front of our eyes. Because if it was, we would have seen it, right? So I think what we are taking away from here today are a few things. One, this shoe that was found on the well's ground is a shoe that possibly they could have gotten a little bit more information if they would have taken it in as evidence. So now what they would do is see if they could find any of this information on that shoe. Because what I am told through my spirit guides was these are the activities that Summer Moon Wells did as one of her final activities. And found her place over somehow doing rocks and stuff and sand. So those, to me, she wore them during this process because she has that same outfit on, including the shorts, as she does when she turns into this. Another thing we discuss of importance is that that door is pretty new, and they placed that stuff there specifically to cover up whatever was there, which you see in front of you. It's a box. Looks like, do you see how this stuff starts to pop through? So this is where the deep fakes come. Let me show you what's going on. This is where these deep fakes come from. Okay, here it is. I'm going to crop this. Crop it, and then I'm going to brighten it and show you what I mean. Stuff like this only presents itself when it is true. Okay? This is what's happening on the box connected to Grandus's place before she made the garden. There are 3 people in there. 3. I would like to ask Grandus who is in that box. And they're clearly wanting to mark them differently because one's dressed in yellow, red, and then maroon. So when a picture like this presents itself, what happens is the deep fake that they put all this crazy shit on that represents their purpose then starts to show up. And that's the stuff that people are like, oh, that's not true, but it keeps showing itself until like the picture basically blows up. That's why it's nice to do discovery of photos live, especially in cases like this. It's nice to do them live because as you're discovering it, you guys get to watch the transformation with me instead of seeing the photo all pixelated hours later. And I'm like, I can't even see anything anymore. So to be faster than they are, and they don't win at their own game, I have found a way of doing it. So now this is going to show some sort of a pig or something. It's going to show a sliver of the truth, but yet chaos and dramatization, noise and pictures and all that crazy stuff will start showing. That just shows guilt when it all matches, but it's not really there, you guys. So this is where they want to make your brains crazy and make you think you're seeing things. And so by the time you get it to the authorities, it looks like crap. That's what it's starting to look like. Right? So this is their point of doing what they do. But it just shows that something is going on there. Obviously, they like to superimpose or deep fake the situation. And yeah, Grandus's house now has a pig on it. What is that? Oh, maybe it's a bull. Maybe it's a cow or whatever that they use in their sacrifices, because they definitely do. So this is what's happening to Grandus's place. So that is of importance for us to recognize that is gone. And she built it right over that, you guys. Right over it. I shouldn't say I'm surprised that TBI hasn't noticed it, but you could it's obvious. They built it right over that. So these are so far these are the few pointers to leave with, right? They, for those who just came here, Grandus had this there. And then they built their little fake flower mountain. That's the blue truck. Went over that. This is the third thing of importance. They put down some sort of tracks, and they both have a location that goes through a tunnel. That's for sure. Conversation closed. This little child has something in her mouth. This is what I'm saying. Travels are these little teeny homes with the boxes. And they're all traveling on wheels. And they're using the wheels. They're using the wheels. The buggy. But this is the other thing. I'm going through to the points that are of importance. This is the other thing that can't be forgotten. Is that those are the moving boxes moving up or down or through the hill. They're moving. Let's crop this thing again because things change. And it looks as if they then enter the tunnel, which I'm going to show you guys in a moment. Copy. Now there's a head coming out of it. See? You guys see that? And the left eye is lit. Hey, hey, hey. Look at that. Look at that. So these are being pulled up the back of that place, up into some sort of tunnel. And those are our boxes, right? Those are our boxes. There they are. Also go in the blue truck. They're going in. They're going in. And here's some sort of a tunnel. And there are boxes headed into a tunnel. Headed into a tunnel. Wait, I want to find the one with the face in it. Here. Crop it. And this is what's being pulled all the way at the end through the grass. That's being pulled through the grass. These are all the important pieces of the puzzle, and it's pretty loud. They're loud and proud. This picture is in here. It's all being moved in the same direction, you see. It's right there. It's being pulled in the trees, in the grass, in the leaves. Like Summer would say, in the leaves. In the leaves, Mama. Wow, this is the most interesting. This is the most interesting photo of the day, I think. And I thought it was going to be the shoes. This one is like Dateline worthy. It's Dateline worthy. Because this part of it is what validates it. This what's in the grass is really what validates it. And those are the maroon boxes in the middle, by the way, you guys. Those are the boxes I follow. All of these are the boxes I follow. And here I thought it was going to be the shoe, right? This is resonating with me the most out of this whole presentation. Out of this whole presentation, this really, really hits. And there's our box. Sitting with the threads, like the material hanging with the rock on top, and with a rock that shows the heart, and the strings are right there. This is what it is. Hi, you guys. That's sort of the end of today's presentation, right? Don't forget to send this in to TBI. Take pictures, take a picture of the tunnels. The tunnels, the boxes, definitely Grandus's place. I think that I'm going to make a short little one separate, because those bits of information I think are really good for the sake of the finding the missing children. I think that those are good. All right, you guys, let me open chat. Hi, thank you all so much. Held the fort down over there once again. Come on, they have to go dig. They've got to go these places. I don't know what they're waiting for. Thank you all so much. God bless you all. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. If I decide to come on later, it will probably be to sum this up really short and sweet, so investigators could understand it, and they'll have the patience to watch it, right? All right, love you all. Thank you all. Thank you for watching over the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. On your way out, give me the thumbs up, because I am checking out right now. Talk to you later, you guys. Bye-bye.